Welcome back to the Midday Reset. My name is Antoinette, and today I want to talk to you about the danger of dealing in absolutes. I think our world conditions us to conceptualize all of our options as being one way or the other, not both, one extreme or its opposite extreme, no middle, a single way to do things rather than having an undefined path that leads to a clear goal. When I was younger, I thought life had to be absolute, but I've learned through experience that hardly anything is really that black and white, always. When we deal in absolutes, we take away our options. We commit ourselves to only one possible way to one possible outcome, and our world simply isn't like that. Consider for a moment what the concept of success looks like here in the United States. The general concept of success is someone who has financial resources at their disposal, either through the job that they work or the investments that pay them dividends, etc. We think of successful people as being top performers in their class, whether they be software engineers, exercise gurus, or marine botanists. Success looks smart. Success has money attached to it. Success is something everybody wants. Now, consider the options one has for obtaining success in the United States. There are a few popular routes that I can think of, the first of which being attending college to earn a degree, use said degree to get a job, earn lots of money with said job, and a qualifying stamp of success gets attached to the imaginary life transcript we all keep a running log of. Or you could start a business of your own, market it well, create a dynamite product or service, sell such services or products, make money, and retire off of your entrepreneurial earnings. Another high mark on that imaginary life transcript. In America, we love a good turnaround story, and my favorite is of the person who started out with grim circumstances. Either they were poverty-stricken, addicted to opioids, locked up in jail or prison at a young age due to a stupid act. I love hearing about when those kinds of people turn it around and find wild success. The rest of the country does too, or else movies like The Blind Side wouldn't have been so popular. And I realize that's an old reference, but hopefully that's one that most of you are familiar with. The point that I'm getting at here is that success is this thing we all conceptualize as meaning progress, doing well for oneself, and living comfortably. But there are many avenues to achieving that, and many varying definitions to that too. For some, success is working a job you love, even if it's for someone else. For others, the only way to be successful is to own your own operation. Neither definition is wrong, but it spells out exactly why dealing in absolutes can be problematic. You also don't give yourself much wiggle room when you approach your life in an absolutist way. I used to have a friend who, when she would make a mistake, such as saying something insensitive or acting based off of ego and assumptions rather than truth, she'd always tell me, "I'm never going to do that again." After about the third time of her saying this, I told her that she absolutely would slip up and make a mistake again, and that I'd forgive her again when it happened. Because we can't predict the future, it's really best to stay away from making blanket type statements about what you absolutely will or won't do again. Some things are more obvious, I suppose, like if you crawled out of a 12th story window to grab something that fell onto the ledge from the roof, and once you got out onto that ledge, you realized your crippling fear of heights and the inherent danger that you'd put yourself in. I could see you making the statement, "I'm never going to do that again," and meaning it. That situation is a little more unique. But I recommend not making statements about where you'd never live, what you'd never vote for, or anything you will never do, because you don't know exactly how you will act until you're in the moment and the options have presented themselves. Case in point, climber Aaron Ralston, on whom the movie 127 Hours is based, that starred James Franco, who portrayed him. Aaron Ralston probably never thought he would willingly cut off any one of his own limbs or body parts when he was training as a canyoneer. Yet, when he got stuck in Blue John Canyon back in 2003 with his right wrist pinned to the canyon wall and no other options available to him for making it out alive, he did just that. And he lives to tell his fascinating tale of survival based on what for many of us is unthinkable. I recommend walking through your life open to all of the options while honoring your individual values. Our world changes rapidly, and the changes require us to adapt quickly. This means adapting to changing spaces, showing more tolerance to things and people that are different from us, and getting used to new norms. I'm not saying that in this process you have to abandon who and what you are. You should continue to honor yourself while you are also navigating through this world openly, kindly, and practically. You'll have an easier time that way. It's when we fight the universe and all that is ushered into our lives due to this divine current of happening that flows on whether we are asleep or awake, that we create trouble for ourselves. We might have expectations about how something will be, and then we find it to be completely different. That difference in expectation might throw us off and jolt us, but I think we can avoid that altogether by not having expectations. Instead of focusing on what you expect to happen or see, focus on how you will choose to respond regardless. By putting the attention onto ourselves and staying our pleasant, patient selves, we offer ourselves the opportunity for peace. And I like peace more than agitation. I like options better than absolutes. Perhaps you do too. Let me know what you think about this, and if you have any further examples of absolutes that were just way too damaging. You can email me at themdrpodcast@gmail.com, as well as follow me on Instagram at themiddayreset. I look forward to hearing from you. We also have new products available that you can preview on our Instagram page and get some offer codes for how to swoop up some new swag with a discount, so be on the lookout for that. Take care, all of you, and I will see you next time.